New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
Have blacks been pitted against Asians?
We need the black community to realize that that black people are hurting Asians, and they need to speak out in their own community.
Our communities are not reporting these incidences. We don't want to cause more trouble, more attention to our community.
It strikes me that this is the Asian equivalent of the talk that African-American parents often have to have with their children.
52-year-old man was arrested by Springfield police Thursday after threatening 2 African-American citizens in 2 separate interactions and breaking glass door of a downtown business. The Lane County District Attorney on Friday charged Michael Shilmer, who is Asian, with unlawful use of a weapon, menacing, and second-degree criminal mischief. Shilmer allegedly threatened a black man and his girlfriend with a knife near 14th Avenue and Main Street in Springfield. It is stated that Shilmer made racist remarks and threats towards a man who did not know Shilmer. The couple were able to get away. Springfield police stated that they were responding to an incident they had received another call about a person matching Shilmer's description breaking a Main Street business glass door. The suspect left before police arrived. Officers found him 2 blocks away and then arrested him. Witnesses at the business told police that Shilmer threatened a black woman who was playing a video lottery game. The woman told police that Shilmer approached her from behind and whispered in her ear that he was going to, quote, end her life. She told police that she turned to Shilmer, who threatened her with his fist and acted aggressively towards her. Quote, this behavior is appalling and will not be tolerated by SPD or Springfield community. Everyone in our community has the right to be safe. And that was stated by Springfield Police Department Chief Andrew Scher. Springfield Police Department encourages the public to report any activity of biased crimes to Springfield Police. Quote, while biased incidents and crimes sometimes target specific individuals, they often violate an entire group or community's sense of safety and belonging. On the walls, flyers, anonymous emails, and language meant to harass individuals convey intolerance that impacts us all. Also to note, the definition of a biased crime in the first degree per ORS 166.165 states, in part, that a person commits a biased crime in the first degree if the person intentionally, because of the person's perception of another person's race, color, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, disability, or national origin, places another person in fear of imminent or serious physical injury.
Asian Americans have weaponized our proximity to whiteness in order to murder black people. George Floyd and Latasha Harlins should be here today, but they aren't because of our individual actions and our collective inaction. We can't just blame white people for pitting us against each other either, because the fact of the matter is that Asian cultures have a huge colorism problem and a huge problem with black people.
Again, we have a story which the greater majority of America is not going to care about, and mainstream media is not going to decide to run with and, plaster all over the place. Why? Because the tables are basically, in a sense, for all intents and purposes, turned, right? Because what mainstream media has done over the course of what almost seems to me like a year, right? That they wanted to make the African American community out to be the villain, to be the criminals, to be the perpetrators, to be the boogeyman, right? For the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. When, if you look at everything historically in context, that just clearly is not the case. Black people did not put the Asian community directly into quote unquote concentration camps. We weren't holding the Chinese and the Japanese. We weren't pulling them directly from their homes and separating them from their other families, community members, and their kids. We weren't the ones trying to posterize, right, a lot of racism, discrimination, and bigotry in front of our neighborhoods, our businesses, or on our cars. That wasn't us. But yet again, the same people who are the champions of the story, of the book, are the only ones that get to tell the tale. They get to write whatever narrative they want to write. So here we go with some simple truth here, where you have an Asian American man deciding that he wanted to attack two African American citizens for completely no reason, who were just simply minding their own business and trying to live life. And I promise you that the Asian American community will not speak out about this, and neither will any of the parts of the African American community that went to different arms of social media such as TikTok, IG, Twitter, and YouTube. They will not speak out against this. They will not bring this up. They won't post this on any of their social media platforms to help bring awareness to what it is that is specifically taking place. Nor will they decide to go and take a deep dive into history and really see how the Asian Americans have been treated by the true Americans. So this is why I say to the African American community that you need to be vigilant, and you need to always pay attention to the narratives that mainstream media will put out when it deals with us. Whenever there is something negative that is going on, they will always make sure to try to put a black face to it first, second, and third before they decide to put any other face directly to that story or anything negative that has taken place. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.
Asian Americans have weaponized our proximity to whiteness in order to murder Black people. George Floyd and Latasha Harlins should be here today, but they aren't because of our individual actions and our collective inaction. We can't just blame white people for pitting us against each other either, because the fact of the matter is that Asian cultures have a huge colorism problem and a huge problem with Black people.